Hello, my name is Devon Cranford. I am President of Student Government, President of Youth in Government, President of Debate Club, actively involved in Model UN and Red Knight Theater, but most notably, I am a member of the North Fort Myers High School AICE program. Now, AICE Information Night is a night that I remember clear as day. There was an overload of information that I didn't feel ready to deal with, as well as one of the first major decisions I had ever made in terms of my education. I simply didn't feel ready. I remember knowing why other people wanted me to pick certain paths. My mom had her opinions and my teachers had theirs, but I was still searching for my reason. What was my ideal path? Why was AICE the best for me? What would AICE give me that other equivalent programs wouldn't? Would AICE be too much work for someone like me? My brain was flooded with these questions that I didn't feel were being answered, and I'm willing to bet that some of you out there feel the same way. Simply put, enrolling at North High and the AICE program was the right decision for me, and every day I'm happier with my choice. Entering high school, I knew I wanted to be in an accelerated program. Accelerated programs such as IB or AICE allow you to take a plethora of high-level courses that will equal college credit, lessening the general classes you will have to take in your first year of college. For example, I passed the AICE English language exam in my junior year, which means I get a credit for Composition 1, meaning I no longer have to take that class in my first year of college despite it being required for all college freshmen. Through accelerated programs, you will find nearly all of your classes will offer you some sort of credit, as well as, of course, building up to your diploma. In addition to this, my GPA has gotten much higher because of AICE. Nearly all universities use a weighted GPA for their applications, which is an average of your grades throughout high school based on the level of class, and AICE, IB, and AP would be the highest level. Now, I knew I specifically wanted AICE for two reasons. The first one was obvious. I was a theater kid and an arts kid, and they had both the AICE and the arts program, and luckily at North Fort Myers High School, they allow you to do both. But the second reason came from talking to people that I knew about the coursework. Simply put, the way that they were telling me, I began to pick up on something. The differences between AICE and other programs is that AICE prioritized explanation and analysis. Being an AICE meant that they wanted you to get an in-depth understanding of the material that you were being taught, and not just memorization. For example, some of my favorite classes at North High were AICE General Paper and AICE Global Perspectives, which both prioritized an analysis-based learning. AICE got me to start thinking in a higher level and prepare academically for college. AICE focuses on a lot of the same skills that you will have in a university education, most notably your writing skills. My writing abilities have improved tremendously, and I feel much more comfortable when having to write a paper without any prompt and all of my own research, which is very useful considering that's pretty much a lot of what college is and is something I never did throughout middle school. As helpful as AICE has been, though, it hasn't been without challenges. And while I believe it is the easiest of the accelerated programs, it certainly is not easy. It is difficult and you will be challenged. The biggest piece of advice I can give you is to manage your time wisely. Ever since freshman year, I was heavily involved around the school with multiple leadership positions, as well as being a member of the theater program. A lot of my schedule was filled up for me. I still remember some days where I was at school for 15 hours straight from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. But no matter how much work I had to do with student government or theater or any other club, my education came first. This is the most important thing to remember, and it's something all of your teachers will reiterate. This is the most important thing to remember. There will be nights where you'll have 3 tests the next day, or 2 projects due, but you also will have practice till 7. Simply put, there's only one way to beat this, and it's with time management. If you notice that one of your days in school you're not receiving as much homework, say it's your even day, well, maybe work ahead and do your homework for your odd day. Or if a teacher posts a project a week early before it's due, just start it when it's posted. Don't start it an hour before it's due. Always keep some sort of to-do list or a planner for your assignments or your tests, because if you don't, you will miss stuff. And even if you do, you probably will, and that's okay, but you want to set yourself up for success as much as possible. But the biggest suggestion I can give you, the biggest overall piece of advice that kind of brings us all together, is never check out. Never feel like you're not being an active participant in your own education. Being in the AICE program is, a privilege. And if you really don't give yourself that benefit of participating in it and being involved in your education, and you start to check out and be passive about it, I mean, you will suffer some consequences. It's especially important in AICE because the end of the year exams are something you have to be preparing for all year, and you cannot cram for those tests. If you're not making sure you're keeping up on everything and you start to fall behind, you need to re-find your footing because, well, I mean, you can't fall behind. But that's the most important thing, is don't check out and keep your time management up to date. But I understand this is not easy. I mean, each of you has a decision to make, and I was there. It's difficult. Take the information given to you and make a well-informed decision based on you, who you are. Personally, enrolling in AICE at North High was the best decision I ever made, but everyone is unique. I encourage you to look to your own passions and your own strengths when you make your decision. And I wish you all the best in choosing an accelerated program.